What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith, and I haven't done a video in over a week, and the reason for this is I have had COVID. And so in this video, I just want to be very transparent and share with you what it's been like having COVID, and then I also wanted to share with you some of the things that I learned. So with all of that being said, let's jump into it. Now, right off of the bat, I want you guys to know that there are definitely a lot of ways this video could come off in the wrong way. And so I thought long and hard before I made it. I also went a whole week without making a video because I legitimately just didn't feel up to it. This really knocked me on my butt, and it came at a very bad time for me. I was in the process of just being able to close on our home that we're building that we've now had to push back. I also was just about to close on a 15-plex that I've had under contract for a while now that we're also potentially going to have to push back, but I wasn't able to be there for the appraisal and some other things that I wanted to be involved with. So that's been a bummer. And I had this whole week scheduled to be in Lake Powell with all of my leadership for my sales organization. So that has been a major bummer. And so I want you to know this COVID thing has definitely been something that has been a major bummer for me. And I would be lying if I said it didn't get me to a pretty low. Now, I know lots of people out there are saying, Chandler, we've had a lot of people in your age group with no symptoms. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to go into that stuff because the reality is I am happier and healthier now that me and my family are coming out of it, but we didn't have that experience of not having symptoms. Day one, I had super bad body aches, and those progressively got worse as the week went on. I've had a headache that this is the first day that it's broken, where I haven't had some form of headache, and in some of those days, it was really bad. So my biggest symptoms, I honestly haven't had a cough, but body aches have been really bad, and then just exhaustion. Like, I tried to come and film a video halfway through, and just talking, I run out of breath just because I'm freaking tired. Now, I've still been able to do some work in the process on essential things, but for the majority of the last week, I've just been a total bum. One of the things, just to use as an example, my office is downstairs in my house, and literally going up the stairs and then starting to talk to my wife, I'm like out of breath. And so it's been one of those things where between the body aches, the headaches, and the exhaustion, it's just been a lot. Anytime I've gotten sick, or my wife's gotten sick, or my kids have gotten sick, it seemed to be like one of us or the other, and it's slowly come, but we all just got smacked with it at the same time. So our kids haven't slept well. Me and my wife haven't slept well, and we didn't want to be not present for the kids, and so we would change off taking stuff that would help us to sleep with the, cough and flu, NyQuil and stuff like that so that we could get through it. But it really just hasn't been super fun. So with all of that being said, I didn't want to just make this a complaining session. Like, I wanted to share with you what we experienced. And if you do have a family, one, it's just scary because you hear so much negative stuff going on. And so that's been scary for us. But two, it just takes it out of you. Like, trying to stay afloat if you've got work going, even if you're doing it on the phone, and trying to be able to be present for your kids while you feel just like garbage has been like difficult. And so for those of you out there, I definitely would say do what you can to not get it. It's something that has put me back a week. It's put a lot of work off. And it's been something that's been really discouraging and disappointing, and something I'm really hoping we get over soon. The other thing that's a major bummer is I can't smell or taste, and I freaking love smelling and tasting. So that's been a bummer. I've eaten a lot more spicy food that I probably would have avoided otherwise, and that hasn't been the most fortunate thing because I guess you also get diarrhea and upset stomach with COVID, which we dealt with the second half of the week. So maybe that was the spicy food, maybe that was COVID. I'm still not sure. But all the way around, it's something that hasn't been a whole lot of fun. However, the positive spin I wanted to put on this, first of all, just be smart. I know for me, I have a new level of wanting to be smart because I really don't want to give this to anyone else. Just because, we've been healthy and happy, and I know a lot of people haven't. Like, there legitimately are people that have died from this. And so treat it seriously, and I'm very grateful that we were able to get through it as well as we have. I hope our smell and taste and our energy levels come back, because that's been the part of it that is just a bummer. Like, I can't work the way that I usually work, and it also has made it harder to be present with family, especially after trying to get some work done in the day. Now, the only other thing I wanted to make clear with this video, and one of the only reasons that I decided to do it, is there are a lot of people out there hurting. I hope this doesn't come across as me minimizing this at all. As a matter of fact, I hope everyone is smart and safe and recognizes that it isn't something fun, and it's something you should do everything you can to avoid. And for those that have dealt with the worst case scenario, I'm so sorry. Like, I definitely can see how this can work people over, because it has been no fun. I think the one thing I did get out of it is it really messed with me mentally. Like, it was just hard to have a clear head. And when I'm not working and I don't have a clear head, a lot of times I just get bummed out. And so this has definitely been something that's dragged me down. And I think the one big thing I got out of it is having an attitude of gratitude can help literally any problem. Now, this isn't to say those of you that have had it worse than my family should, go out, and if you just would be more grateful, it would be better. Like, I get that can come across in the wrong way, but what I mean to say is, regardless of what struggles you run into, finding ways to show gratitude is always going to be something that helps. It's always going to be something that makes your situation better, because the alternative to gratitude will always make it worse. And so I've had the chance to really reflect and be grateful for the life and the health and the family and all of the things that I've been blessed with and that I have. And I promise you, as you focus on those things, whatever struggles you're going through, it always makes them better. And I know this is something you hear from lots of people, but I had multiple moments where I was just sitting there with my kids and my phone was back in my room, because I knew, like, even if I had to take an important phone call, my brain was just fried and I wasn't going to be good for anything anyways. And having that time with my kids and being able to hug them and being able to now see that they're getting healthier and that we've been able to get through this, I don't know, it's fascinating how taking on a mindset of gratitude really makes anything and everything better. Now, I missed out on some opportunities. I didn't get to go to Lake Powell with my leadership, and we had to push back closing on our house. And there are a couple other things that I'm going to try and put out in videos the next couple weeks that I was really excited about that now were pushed back, or opportunities that were lost. But at the end of the day, I'm so grateful for what I have. And I promise you, regardless of what you're going through, if you can find a way to show gratitude and to find the positive, things are always going to be better. Now, they're not necessarily going to be better than had the bad thing not happened to you, but they're going to be better than the alternative. And so if you do end up with COVID, I'm so sorry, it sucks. And I hope your symptoms are on the lesser side. If you do have other struggles you're going through, I apologize. I know everybody deals with their own stuff, but I promise you, if you can find a way to have an attitude of gratitude and find the best, it's going to buff out. Now, with all of that being said, this video has had very low energy. I'm just getting back into things, and I promise you, the videos I put out over the next week, I'm going to do everything I can to be a little more high energy. But when you're talking about COVID, you got to be just real, and I'm really just tired. So with all of that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, push the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell. And if you're someone that has enjoyed my other videos, hopefully you don't take this video in the wrong way. I wanted to be real with you, but if you guys are like, Chandler, just stick to talking about real estate and showing us what real estate's helped you to do with your lifestyle, let me know in the comments. I won't be offended by that, but thank you so much. And again, smash that like button if you enjoyed this. If not, hit the dislike button. That's cool. COVID sucks, whatever. And have a good day. Thanks so much, guys.